Hey friends, I want to talk today about a very, very important concept and share some stats that are showing that there's one key aspect of your customer experience which may be driving a disproportionate amount of your business success. And it's a very simple concept: speed. Speed. The speed with which you are enabling your customers to do business with you is increasingly having an impact on their decisions who to do business with. They used to say of business, the three most important things in business were location, location, location. And that made sense in a pre digital world where, if you were the one bakery or the one hardware store or whatever in a town, a lot of people probably wound up doing business with you, even if your products weren't that great, even if your customer service wasn't that great, because frankly, you were convenient. To go anywhere else was such a hassle that fact that you had that convenient location made a huge difference. Of course, today in a digital world, we're much, much more location independent, but that same desire to be able to get things done quickly is still a fundamental need for customers in most domains. And it is now being manifest instead of by the location, it's simply how quickly you are able to deliver for your customer. Let's look at some specific data we're going to show you from a whole bunch of different studies actually that support this one fundamental thing. And then we can talk a little bit at the end about what you can do about it. So just as one data point, and of course, there's all kinds of different industries. This is a retail data point, a study done by the Future Shopper Report. In 2018, the percentage of online shoppers that expected things they ordered online to be delivered in 3 days or less was only 13%. Doesn't that seem like a quaint time? The same exact questions were asked, the same exact study was reproduced last year, late in 2021, and 76% of online shoppers expect a product they order online to be delivered in 3 days or less. Obviously, a massive shift, and just one of the data points we're going to share that demonstrates the massive shift in customer expectations and demand around speed. In this particular case, speed of online orders. Another study by Flexa shows that 85% of customers say they will search for a different provider. They will go to a different e-commerce site if they're on an e-commerce site and they feel that the delivery speeds that are being offered are too slow. I'm guessing you have that same experience as well. If it says it's going to take a week to get to you, you say, hey, I wonder how fast Amazon can get it to me. I wonder what my other alternatives are. That's how important delivery speed is to the decision about where to do business. And here's another study by Port City. I love this. It actually shows the percentage of shopping cart abandonments in their study based on the delivery time. So you can see that when delivery time was 8 days or more, they had shopping cart abandonment rates over 38%. And as the promised delivery time goes down, 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 you can see that 3 days or fewer delivery promises have a shopping cart abandonment rate of 8%. So what more concrete evidence could you need to isolate out this one factor of speed of delivery to know that it is having a huge, huge impact on the decisions people make around where to do business and whether to complete the orders that they're contemplating? Another study by Digital Commerce essentially reiterates the same idea. 68% of customers said that fast shipping is one of the key things that will lead them to place an online order. And by the way, that desire for fast shipping is true whether people are ordering from web-only retailers like an Amazon, or they're ordering for same day, they're ordering for delivery from like a local store, like a Petco or a Staples or a Home Depot. As you can see from the graph, if you can see it, we've seen an increase between 2000 and 2021 in the percentage of people who order same day shipping, both from web-only merchants, which went from 24 to 26%, and those who order from store-based delivery from retailers, which went from 14% to 26%. And this idea of same-day delivery has really taken hold as increasingly an expectation. Something like 30% of consumers today actually say that their baseline expectation is same or next day delivery. And consumers are willing to pay more for that same day delivery. Another study showed that 65% of customers indicated that they were willing to pay more money for same day delivery. Very much the way people are willing to pay more for a gallon of milk at the 7-Eleven because it's more convenient to pick it up than it would be to drive farther and wait longer in line at the grocery store. And today, the availability of same day delivery is greater than ever. Obviously, we have the ability to get same day delivery of certain types of items from services like Instacart. And of course, the king of same day delivery in a number of urban markets, anyway, is Amazon. Amazon now has more than 10 million items available for either same day or 1 day shipping. So, this is the increasing bar. Most of us in business have had the experience over the last decade plus of constantly having to chase consumer expectations that are being set by Amazon. And clearly, this speed of delivery expectation is something which is becoming pervasive, not just across the e commerce industry, but across nearly every industry where consumers are having their expectations set that businesses should give them a faster and faster fulfillment experience. And by the way, it does absolutely no good to promise a faster experience if you can't really deliver it. Another study showed that 45% of online shoppers say that they are unlikely to repurchase from a company if the item that they purchase delivers late. So clearly that is, it's not only important to set those expectations up front, but to be able to very consistently fulfill it. Of course, this expectation of speed of delivery does vary somewhat based on category. For specialty items, a lot of the types of things people may order from Amazon, or electronics, or apparel, things like that, you're talking about that expectation today, which is in the 2 to 3 day range. Grocery, of course, especially post COVID, we all have expectations of same day delivery of grocery products that we may order, and food, whether it's directly from a provider like a Domino's or whether it's through a service like a DoorDash or an Uber Eats, the expectation that we can order food and it will be to us within an hour, according to a study by RILA. And um, again, more data, this time from Hotel Tech Report, showing that if you can make that time faster, consumers are willing to pay more. So at least there's a reasonableness built into this. Consumers are preferencing vendors who can deliver something faster to them. And they understand that for that premium of speed, there may be some extra costs. And studies show that at least a good chunk of the market is willing to pay something for that level of speed. Now, let's move on from just retail and food. Let's look at a couple of other examples in this idea that speed is the new location, as I like to say. The number of bank branches in the United States peaked in 2009 and has been declining ever since. Retail banking, checking accounts, credit cards, savings accounts, mortgages, even small local business loans. This has traditionally been a very location based business. You go to your local community bank when you want to open your checking account, when you need a place to deposit the cash that your business collects during the course of the day, et cetera. But the locations of bank branches have been disappearing and diminishing because so much more banking is being done digitally, once again, making the value, the importance of the location of the bank branch much less. And again, the ability to deliver rapid banking services in other forms more important. The one study predicts that beyond what we've just shown, visits to bank branches will decline another 36% over the next 3 years. And the leaders in online banking have figured out how to take the time out of things that have traditionally been time consuming banking experiences, such as account opening. Most of us have long been able to go onto our website of our bank and be able to do things like transfer balance or check a balance. But to be able to, for example, open a new account or add a new product has traditionally been one aspect of any financial services company that can be time consuming, right? I'm sure you've all had the experience of trying to sign up for something, but then they have to call you, confirm some stuff by phone, then send something to you in the mail, a bunch of things you have to sign where the little stickies are, FedEx it back. I mean, this is historically the kind of steps that a consumer needs to go through to do things like open a new brokerage account, open a new bank account, et cetera. And yet we have pure play competitors in the digital space and increasingly some traditional financial services companies as well that are delivering much, much faster experiences. And the data suggests that that is going to drive success. Monzo Online Banking, for example, allows you to open an account and have a digital payment card in your mobile wallet in only 15 minutes, where many competitors take some number of days before being able to offer something like that. This same issue of speed also goes to customer service, no matter what industry you're in. 69% of consumers say that they judge the quality of a customer experience interaction, a customer service interaction based on how whether they receive a quick resolution to their inquiries. Now, of course, that doesn't mean it's no longer important whether they receive an accurate resolution to their inquiries. But if you give someone the right answer, but you do it slowly, today you create substantial customer dissatisfaction. And so this is another domain in which those brands that are succeeding and those brands that are delivering high level of satisfaction are figuring out how to do things quickly, whether that's with online self-service or whether that's through things like chatbots, or whether it's simply moving off of your call center enough interactions through things like online self-service and chatbots such that they can answer the phone more quickly, as well as providing digital tools that give them the answers that they need more quickly. It's one thing to get to a person quickly. It's another thing to actually resolve your problem quickly. So whether you're talking about online shopping, whether you're talking about food delivery, whether you're talking about banking, or whether you're talking about customer service across any one of a wide range of different industry areas, this idea of speed, the data shows, is one of the top priorities that consumers have today. Let's take a final look here at the quick service restaurant space. One of the things we've seen a substantial uptick in is or digitally placed orders for pickup at quick service restaurants. Starbucks, for example, is now receiving more than a quarter of all of their orders via the Starbucks app. And consumers are able to then just appear at the store and rather than wait for their coffee or food to be prepared, simply go ahead and pick it up. And for those customers that choose that form of ordering, their experience at the Starbucks is almost 2.5 times faster, according to one study. So clearly that is benefiting the customer by giving them a faster experience. And it's benefiting Starbucks as well, because space and employee time is one of the constraining factors in many Starbucks restaurants. And if you can turn more customers through faster, you can obviously increase the overall revenue for a store, the revenue per square foot, et cetera, of that retail footprint. Lastly, and we can expect this to grow. Another study by Restaurant Dive said that 75% of consumers say that they would use order online pickup if they believe that that order would be ready when they got to the store. So there may be some additional convincing that's needed to get more customers to do it. But as more customers do it, as more people show up at the store and wait for their drinks while they see other people walk in and walk out with their drinks, I think we can strongly expect that these numbers are going to tick up over time significantly. Chipotle, I'll end with, is actually even ahead of Starbucks in this regard. Chipotle is now receiving 50% of all of their orders digitally, which means either through their app or through some sort of third-party service like a DoorDash, or through the kiosks that are in their store. Again, finding ways to deliver a faster experience for consumers who want to be able to simply get in and out quickly, get their food, and get out of there. And their growth has been very substantial. And in 2020, digital sales grew 177%. So clearly this is delivering success for them as well. So that's what I wanted to cover today. Think about speed. And the first step is to make sure you know how long does it take your customers to interact with you. If you don't have studies that look at the current customer experience to even be able to answer the question, how long is it taking my customer to complete their tasks, their goals, whether it's picking up food or opening a bank account or whatever it may be in your business, that is absolutely critical. And to understand what that level of satisfaction is and how is that impacting that customer's purchase decision, longevity, level of satisfaction, likely to refer, et cetera. Once you're clear on that, and if you see a gap, then there are a wide range of techniques you can use to analyze what are the different components that are taking that time and figure out how to speed it up. For speed's sake, we don't have time to get into the details of how to do that today. Some of it is covered in my book, Winning Digital Customers, The Antidote to Irrelevance. I'll be happy to put the link to that in the notes below this live cast. And with that, I think in the interest of speed, we'll keep this one short. Hopefully this has been helpful and useful for you. And if this isn't something that you're focusing on in your business, if you're not specifically calling out that aspect of your customer experience called speed, measuring it and constantly trying to improve it, it's time to focus on that. So hopefully this has been a wake-up call for you if need be. And as always, thanks so much for listening and watching the Winning Digital Customers livecast. I'm Howard Tiersky. Look forward to seeing you next time. And until then, keep transforming.